This hour, I am Azizat Olaoluwa. The top stories. Militant attack leaves 3 policemen dead, 5 others injured in Cairo. Germany pledges $76 million to help Somalia fight hunger. And Maltese PM calls for general election a year before the end of his term. Details coming up. At least 3 policemen were killed and 5 others injured in a shooting by militants in Cairo, the Egyptian capital, late on Monday. The militants drove by and shot down police stationed at an intersection of the Ring Road, a busy expressway in the city's eastern neighborhood of Nasser. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack. Attacks on security forces are common in Egypt's northern Sinai, where the country is battling an Islamist insurgency. But targeted assaults in Cairo are rare, and the shooting comes amid a campaign by militants to spread violence to the country's mainland. UN High Commissioner for Human Rights Zeid Ra'ad al-Hussein confirms that heavy-handed security measures by Egypt were fostering the very radicalization it was looking to curb. Zeid condemned the church attacks at a news conference in Geneva, but says that Egypt's approach to combating Islamist militants was exacerbating the problem. Director of Middle East Consultancy Service, Dr. Rebwar Fatah, joins us now to talk more about this session. Thank you for your time on TV's News this hour. Now, do you agree with Dr. Zeid's position on Egypt's situation on tackling militancy?
I strongly agree with him, and I believe on this program on a high number of occasions since Sisi's administration established, I have stated that the way the Sisi administration handling the security and other issues in Egypt is not to the universal standard. Plus, I think I can go further, as the UN Commissioner rightly stated, that Sisi, in fact, increasing radicalization and also strengthening the insurgency in a wrong way.
And despite the government's fierce fight against terrorism, especially in the northern Sinai, it seems that the militants are becoming even more emboldened to even want to spread their plight across the country.
I mean, this was the fear from the beginning. That's why I have always argued that the Sisi administration treating Egyptian problems as a security problem. Of course, Egypt faces many other problems than the security, and the security probably is a symptom of other issues that Egypt faces, such as unemployment, standard of living, the standard of education, isolation of Egypt in the region and internationally, the violation of human rights, the heavy handling of anyone states anything against the authority, and especially the way that the civil organizations and civil activities have been handled. I don't think eliminating the civil organization and civil society would help the security in Egypt. I think otherwise.
So how should the government tackle this problem now for effective result?
I believe the government needs not just one, a raft number of issues that needs to be tackled. Probably the major ones is somehow, if it's possible, I really have my doubts whether the Sisi's administration can rally the population around the authority. Now there is a huge gap between the authority, Sisi authority, and the major population of Egypt. And how do you do that? I mean, that can only be done by giving more rights to civil organizations, building a sound civil society, and making sure that everything is not treated as a security issue. There are other issues, as I state.
Of course, analysts have said there is need for the people of Egypt to also be on board for them to be able to tackle the problem of terrorism in their country. But The president has continually been accused of trying to drown voice of dissent in the country and then limiting press freedom. Now, do you see the government getting total support of his people?
I mean, the way the civil society has been handled is not the way that rally people around the authority. I think that's the wrong way. I mean, we have seen a high number of civil activists in prison for charges that is not really to the international standards, and that will alienate more people, and Sisi simply creates more enemies for the state, and that's why we have seen in that security vacuum created, and in that security vacuum, insurgency, and also not only insurgency but also criminal gangs have been breeding. And now we see, before the problem was very localized, the insurgency was very localized to Sinai and some other governors, but now it's moving into the capital, and we have seen some deadly attacks by insurgency in the capital. So the Sisi's claim that he is getting rid of the insurgency is really flawed. It's not what we see on the ground.
Dr. Rebwar Fatah, Director of Middle East Consultancy Service, thank you for your time on TVC News.
My pleasure.